let's get the lights on here, can we? Can we go ahead and get the lights on? Will somebody turn the lights on, please? I'm very much afraid of... Oh, hey! Welcome to another edition of Name That Fear, the exciting game show where we name that fear. I'm your fearless host, Terry Fide. I'll read the name of a phobia, and you have to decide which picture represents what someone with that phobia would be afraid of. You can make your choice by either sitting or standing, depending on which answer you think is correct. We've got 5 exciting rounds planned for you today, so let's get started with round number 1 of Name That Fear. Our first fear is turrophobia. Go ahead and stand if you think that is a fear of turtles. Or sit if you think it is a fear of cheese. Time is up. Looks like turrophobia is a fear of cheese. Oh, I guess if I had that, I would start my day with a bagel and some screamed cheese. Oh, anyway, let's move on to round 2. Our next fear is porphyrophobia. Stand if you think that is a fear of the color purple. Or sit if you think that it is a fear of porcupines. Time is up. Looks like porphyrophobia is the fear of the color purple. The only time I'm afraid of the color purple is when I see eggplant on my plate. Woo-hoo. Now it's time for us to move on to round 3. Our next fear is anatodyphobia. Stand if you think that is a fear of giant paper airplanes. Or sit if you think it is a fear of being watched by a duck. Time is up. Looks like this is actually a fear of being watched by a duck. Ooh, I would make a joke about that, but I'd be afraid I would quack myself up. Let's move on to round 4. Our next fear is lepidopterophobia. Stand if you think that it is the fear of butterflies. Or sit if you think it is the fear of cupcakes. Ooh, looks like this is actually the fear of butterflies. So, if you are afraid of butterflies, does the thought of having to see a butterfly give you butterflies? Well, now my head hurts. Let's move on to our final round. Our last fear is, oh boy, here we go. Hippopotomonstrosis quipedaliophobia. Wow, that's a mouthful. Stand if you think that is a fear of long words. Or sit if you think it is a fear of hippopotamus teeth. Time is up. Looks like the word I don't have to say again is actually the fear of long words. How ironic. As a game show host, I am definitely now afraid I will have to say a word like that again. Now, if any of you suffer from plutophobia, the fear of money, don't worry. We can't afford to give away any prizes. But thank you all so much for playing.
I do have a green light on. There it is. As you can see, today is a really fun day. We call this FX Sunday, where it's a family experience. And once a quarter, usually the 5th Sunday, we try to do something fun like that. And I'm Twyla, and I oversee our kids programs and our compassion programs here. So we're really glad you're here. And I wanted to just share a couple announcements with you. If you like sleep, next Sunday you can turn your clock back 1 hour. So that will be good news. Also, we do something around here. There's a program. You're going to get all kinds of information in there. There's actually 2 flyers of our family fun nights, events coming up, as well as what's happening in November. So take a look at those. But Friendsgiving is on November 19th. And this room is just turned into a gigantic dining room, and it is just great. So hopefully you can put that on your calendar and maybe join us for that. And then I just want you to watch. We're partnering with somebody this year. If you want to go ahead and watch this next video, and you'll find a little bit more.
My prayer for those children is that they would understand love of God. And from there, everything changes.
И жила до войны в городе Краматорск Донецкой области. Я работала учителем живописи в художественной школе. Война началась неожиданно. А через 2 дня нам предложили работать волонтерами на железнодорожном вокзале, чтобы помогать эвакуировать детей. Каждый день с 7 утра и до комендантского часа мы успевали посадить 5-6 эвакуационных поездов. Это было где-то от 500 до 800 человек в день. И мы этим занимались 1,5 месяца, пока произошла трагедия, и в район вокзала прилетела ракета. Ну, Бог нас не оставил. Молюсь, Господи, уповаю на Тебя. Дай мне силы, терпения, мудрости и смирения на этот день, да. В Польшу мы приехали на Пасху, попали сюда 17 мая.
This was a new built hotel that before official start gave their rooms to welcome refugees. Today, they had the distribution of the boxes. They also had a greater journey lesson. God has done something very special for them.
Я надеюсь, что эти духовные занятия, которые с ними проводят люди верующие, и церковь, и ваша в том числе, они помогут им вырасти хорошими людьми, духовными людьми. Моя главная мечта, чтобы жизнь моего ребенка сложилась более удачно, более счастливой. Надеюсь, что дети оценят это внимание, эти подарки и то, что с ними стараются заниматься.
We see the magnificent hand of God in these boxes. We hope that the message will bring healing.
We are partnering with Samaritan Purse, which is Christmas, Operation Christmas Child, and we'll be filling up boxes of things to send. And boy, it's sure timely. We sure live in a season of fear, but we can have faith, just like our theme today. What's behind the door? We can choose. It can be a fear or faith. And I'm hoping that you'll walk with us in faith and maybe put together a box that we can send. There's also a packing party on November 12th, and it's on your program there, and you can come, and we will be packing boxes to be able to ship to children around the world who could use a little bit of hope, and we're excited to be doing that. A little bit later today, we will be knocking on doors through the auditorium, and kids will be able to get treats. And I'll be talking a little bit more about that at the end. But right now, I am going to call up all the kids that want to come up. We're going to do some songs, and our worship leaders. Perfect. And we also have some motion leaders that will be joining us. We pick these songs because they are fun, and they do tell us that we really can have faith in a variety of ways. So come up if you would like, and we do have some music, worship, okay? And I'm going to go off the back here, and then I'll come down front.
I know there's more kids out there.
Yeah, where are all the children?
I know, where are the kids? Come on up, kids.
Come here.
Those of you who did this on VBS.
Come on, guys.
This is your chance, FX Sunday, to show off your style and your fun.
Matthew, come on.
Hi, baby.
I invite the rest of you guys to stand too. We're going to make it
Can
fun.
we dance? Can we dance? We're going to dance and sing. You ready?
We're talking today about having faith over fear. So that song is always making sure that Jesus is by our side. But the next one is about how Jesus can be our light. So I think that we handed out some glow sticks. So if you don't have your glow sticks, make sure you pop them open. If you don't have any, find someone who has a glow stick and take it from them. And here you go, Parker. And we're going to sing This Little Light of Mine. This is a really, really old song. We all know this one.
There you go, Daisy. Woo.
Does everyone have glow sticks?
Okay, you ready?
This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Woo! Hide it from my friends. Oh no! I'm gonna let it shine. it shine. Hide it from my friends. Oh no, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. What can you do with your little light? I'ma let it shine. What you gonna do with your little light? I'ma let it shine. What you gonna do with your little light? I'ma let it shine. What you gonna do with your little light? I'ma let it shine. Let it shine. Show me all your lights. Where's your lights at? Show it to the world. Yes, I'm gonna let it shine. Show it to the world. Yes, I'm gonna let it shine. Show it to the world. Yes, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let me see your light shine up. What you gonna do with your little light? I'ma let it shine. What you gonna do with your little light? I'ma let it shine. What you gonna do with your little light? I'ma let it shine. What you gonna do with your little light? I'ma let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Shine. Let it shine. What you gonna do with that little light? I'ma let it shine. What you gonna do with that little light? I'ma let it shine. What you gonna do with that little light? I'ma let it shine. What you gonna do with your little light? I'ma let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Shine. Let it shine.
Yay! All right, go find Daddy. Go find Daddy, okay? Go find Daddy. I'll be there in a second. Go find
That
Daddy.
was great. That was great. Kids, you guys can go find your parents again. Go ahead and find your parents. Come
Thanks
on,
for
Parker.
dancing.
You guys can keep your glow sticks too. Let's go.
Who's ready for some fun? Yeah. Well, welcome to our #1 game show here on FX Sunday. What's behind the door? All right. I need 6 volunteers. I'm just warning you that behind these doors could be scary things, could be faith-based things, could be anything. All right, Chyla, come on up, Chyla. All right, I need another volunteer. Yes, come on up, Mandalorian. All right, awesome TV show. All right, we got Pikachu. All right, I like that. All right, come on up, Gabe. That is your costume, right? You are Gabe? Okay. He walked in with like a Diet Dr. Pepper, said, I am Gabe. Okay, come on up. You're a Pikachu too? Come on up. Awesome. All right, I need one more volunteer. Oh, man. Oh, what do we got? What are you a knight? Come on up. I like it. I couldn't tell. It's kind of bright up here. Come on up, Sir Tyrion. Sir Tyrion, come on up. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, here's the thing. I need you guys to line up right here. And what I'm going to have you guys do is I'm going to have you guys choose a number. And then there's going to be a clue, right? And then with that clue, you're going to have to guess what's behind the door. Does that make sense? All right, Gabe, come on up. So you get to choose between 1 and 6. Okay, so here we go. We're going to see number 6. You can read it for me.
What am I supposed to read?
Okay, so read the verse below with an emphasis on blank. So read this.
In addition to all this, take up the blank of faith which you can extinguish all of the flaming arrows of the evil one.
What can you extinguish the flaming arrows with? I don't know. Think about it. All right. What's your final guess?
The cross, because I'm not a cheater.
Okay.
Alex.
All right. Oh, it's the shield of faith. Shield of faith. Thank you so much. All right, sir. What's your name, Pikachu? Declan. All right. So you get to choose between 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. What are we choosing? 3. All right. Let me read this for you. All right. This is from Exodus chapter 8 and 10. They will come up in your palace and your bedroom, onto your bed, into the houses. They will fill your houses, into those of all your officials and all the Egyptians. They were on people, animals, everywhere. Even the ground will be covered with them. What do you think it is?
3.
Well, yes, but what do you think behind the door?
Bugs.
Bugs, okay, let's see. Oh, it's bugs and frogs. Awesome, yes, the plague, yes, okay, come on. Good job. Hey, you won, man, you won. Hey, you get a prize. You get to choose from this thing right here. Awesome, good job. All right, Chyla, come on up. All right, we got some doors here. Which one do you pick? 1, 2, 4, or 5? Oh, she's going with 1, folks. Pretty bold move. All right. You want to read that? Ephesians 6:12.
For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms.
What do you think's behind the door?
Evil.
She thinks evil. Oh, it is the devil. You are correct. It is evil. Chyla, grab a, you get a little prize action there. Some awesome prizes. John has no idea I'm giving these away, by the way. All right, come on up, Parker. All right, what do you choose? You got 2, 4, or 5? You want 4? All right, I'm going to read it to you, okay? Okay, yeah, because we're still learning, right? Yes. All right. Your word is a lamp for my feet, a light on my path. What is something we use today that helps us find our way in the dark? If we're in the dark, what helps us find our way?
Flashlight.
A flashlight? Oh, wait, that's the wrong door. Yeah, the flashlight! Good job, Parker. Good job. Hey, get a prize. Awesome, Mandalorian. I salute you for all your hard work defeating the evil enemies before us. How is Baby Yoda doing today? Okay, good. Okay, so we got 2 and 5. Which one do you want? 5. All right. Watch out, folks. You can read. You got it. All right, perfect. Oh, you can't? Okay, that's fine. That's all right. We're still learning. It's all good. All right. Exodus 7:17 through 18 says, "Thus says the Lord, by this you shall know that I am the Lord. The fish that are in the Nile River will die, and the Nile will be found foul." What do you think it is behind the door?
A fish.
Oh, let's see. Oh, it's blood. It's blood. The Nile turns red with blood. Good try. That is is that real? Okay, all right. Like, I'm kind of concerned. All right, anyway, number 2, the last one with Tyrion. Here we go, Sir Tyrion. How long have you been fighting in the Grand Army? Okay, cool. 3 years, okay. All right, here we go. John 10:14. You want to read it for me? You want to read it or you want me to read it?
I am the good shepherd. I know my blank, and my blank know me.
Okay, I am the good shepherd. I know my blank, and my blank know me. All right? Whoa, you're getting hints. What do you think it is?
A sheep.
Oh, it's a sheep. Wow, excellent. There you go. Good, sir, Tyrion. I'm glad you enjoy those mini Oreos. I'm not sure that's on plan for the Grand Army, but we'll take it. All right, guys. Well, hey, we are talking about faith over fear today. And man, in our world today, we got a lot of fear going around. And so we have someone awesome that's going to kind of share with us kind of some stuff, some ideas from the Bible. And so would you welcome with me Trina Perry, who's going to guide us in this process. So thank you. Let me get that for you.
Thank you. Thank you, Banana. Hi, guys. How are you doing today? Are you having fun? Yeah? Right on. So I get the privilege to be up here with you guys today. And you know what? One of the cool things I get to do is share with everybody what we've been learning in Creek Kids all month long. Right? Can you guys tell me, the Creek Kids out there, anything about my jacket? What is cool about my jacket? Is it brown? I can't hear you. Is it colorful? Yeah. Oh, I need to yell it out. Kids, help me out here. Come on. Woo. Is it brown? Is it full of colors? Yeah? Who did we learn from about this month that had a colorful coat? Yell it out. Joseph. Very good. And how many brothers did Joseph have? He had 11 brothers. Was he the oldest or the youngest? He was the youngest. Now, his parents gave him this really cool coat, didn't they? Was his brothers jealous? They were jealous. When they were jealous, were they mad? They were very mad. Now, because they were jealous and they were mad, they plotted to do something not very nice to their brother. Can you tell me what that was? Yeah, he went to jail eventually, huh? He ended up in a big pit. And they sold him into slavery with the Ishmaelites. Now, do you think that Joseph was afraid? Yeah, he was afraid, wasn't he? And when he was afraid, do you think that he talked to God and asked God to help him? Or do you think he pouted and he was mad? He asked God to help him. I love hearing our Creek Kids paying attention. So now, for those of you that don't know about the story, the book of Genesis, chapters 39 through 45, share about a story about a boy named Joseph. And he was a gift from God to Jacob and Rebekah. And she was barren. So the idea that he was a gift from God was huge. And he knew that Joseph was special. And so because he knew that Joseph was special, Joseph got a lot of attention, hence him getting this beautiful jacket. But because he protected him, his brothers had to go out in the fields and work, and Joseph got to read and do fun, light, easy things, right? So that made them very jealous, okay? And they wanted to kill him because they didn't think it was fair. So what they ended up doing was they drew him out there and they threw him in a pit. In some verses, you read it as a cistern. And they went and they sold them into slavery. Now, I don't know about you, but if I was in that position, I would be very scared. I would not know what to do. Now, I know today when I'm afraid, it's hard to take a step back and focus on God when you're in that situation where you don't know how to react. You feel anxious. You feel nervous. When you know that God is there for you, sometimes it's really hard to get yourself out of that situation and lean into God. Now, how many of us, and kids included, when you're in that place, do you stop and you pray? Or do you try to figure out how to solve the problem? Right? I stop and try to figure out how to solve the problem. right? When they were reading the game just a little while ago, Psalms 119, the Lord is a lamp unto my feet. I live by that. And anybody that spends time with me knows I can be kind of silly about that. But because I'm one of those alpha females, I have a hard time just trusting that God's going to lead my path, right? So I have to pretend I have lamps strapped to my feet, right? So because instead of waiting for God and going over here, I'm going to fix this, I have to strap those lamps unto my feet. So I imagine myself staying in God's light and not my own plan. Okay? So in the story with Joseph, Joseph had to lean into God and God's light in the darkness. He got sold into slavery and ended up working for the Pharaoh, right? Or Potiphar, right? Working for Potiphar. And Potiphar's wife ended up trapping him and saying that he did a bad thing. And he ended up getting thrown in prison. Now, there's something that's very special about Joseph and his coat of, kids, help me, what did he have? Dreams. I didn't hear you. Dreams. God gave Joseph a gift to be able to read dreams. That's one of the reasons his brothers were so angry with him. Because he shared one dream to where he was over them and they were bowing to them. And because they didn't understand, that made them angry. And that was one more reason why that made them jealous and angry. Because they felt like Joseph was mocking them. But that was a gift that God gave Joseph. And when Joseph ended up being a slave and in the dungeon and in the prison, guess what? He had an opportunity to read dreams for two people in there. One was a cupbearer and one was a baker. Now, when he read those dreams that God gave him the gift to do, he deciphered that one was going to end up being killed and the other one was going to get redeemed and get to go back and be with the Pharaoh. Now, the cupbearer who ended up being redeemed was supposed to share this with the Pharaoh, but he chose not to. So Joseph ended up being in the dark, scary prison for a long time. Now, when that happened, do you think that he walked away from God while he was in there and sad and cold and dark? No, he didn't, did he? He kept praying. He kept leaning on God. And there was like a little light into the cell. And there was like an opportunity to like grow a little plant. Now, that's how they teach it in Creek Kids. Whether that is true, that's a visual aid, right? But the fact is life grew in him because he stayed focused on God. That's the visual aid that stands for. God gave him life, even in a dark, scary place, okay? When his brothers took his jacket, ripped it off him, soaked it in blood, and went back and told their father that he was gone, do you think that family was sad? Were they scared? Yeah, they were, weren't they? God redeemed something good from something bad, didn't he? In the end, Joseph had a chance to come and tell the Pharaoh what his dream was. And when he had led him to that, he got an opportunity. God redeemed the sadness that happened to him because he got an opportunity to be able to be the right-hand man for the Pharaoh and help the nation when they were going through a hard time. He helped them save their food so that way when there was no food, they had food. Isn't that cool? Yeah? Hey kids, you remember the Bible verse we learned when we have bad dreams at night? Remember in Creek Kids, the Bible verse that was given to us that helped us be able to know that we can lean into God? In Psalms 42a, it says, by day the Lord directs his love, and at night his song is with me. So we remember that by day we try to walk and act out what God gives us and guides us and leads us. But at night, when sometimes it's scary, we lean into God and we remember and we pray that he is with us and we are not afraid. And we are not afraid because God gives us what we need. He fills us with comfort and safety. And we know that he's going to lead us and protect us in our night when we sleep and be with us when we wake up. Now, in order to help the grown-ups have a visual, I feel like God gave me this story. Now, it's kind of scary. That's why there's no visual aid up there. Because as I was getting ready trying to figure out how in the world is God going to help me share the story that we learned in Creek Kids, right? And tie it to something that us grown-ups fight with every day. And yet it be something that the little kids might be able to recognize. I found this story about this snake, this big, scary snake. And he got a hold of a lizard. He grabbed that lizard and he brought that lizard in. In this visual, you can see the head of the lizard sticking out of the snake's mouth. That lizard grabbed a hold of part of that snake and he hung on tight. And as that snake was trying to swallow that lizard hung on for dear life. Now that lizard worked hard and he tried so hard to hang on, like how we do when we're leaning into God when life is trying to take us out. That lizard hung on to that snake, and that snake represents the devil, and he was trying to swallow and swallow and swallow, and that lizard hung on tight. And guess what happened? Because that lizard hung on tight, eventually the snake got tired. The snake eventually got tired, and he spit him back out. He regurgitated him was the word that it used. And in the end, guess what? The lizard was set free and scampered off safe, and that snake slithered away, defeated and exhausted. That story represents what all of us go through, no matter where you're at, no matter what you're going through, no matter what storm you're in, no matter what daily things you struggle with. You need to remember that God delivers us from what Satan tries to consume us. When he consumes our minds and our hearts and our bodies with doubt, fear, bitterness, anger, lies, gossip, envy, lust, pride, hatred, those things that happen in our world that we deal with every day, defeat, distraught, disappointment, being let down, you're suffering. If you're sick, you're having a problem with a family member. If you've lost somebody. If you're disappointed. That enemy, that evil one, no matter where you're at, he's going to meet you there and he's going to try to take you down. And what we need to do is be strong. Like the example of the lizard. The lizard didn't want to be eaten. He hung on to that part of that snake so he couldn't take him down. We need to hang on to God and believe. A lot of times, people sitting in these chairs believe, but sometimes they don't. They trust, but they don't believe. Sometimes they trust, don't trust, and believe. But what we need to walk in faith is we have to act on it and we have to live it out, and it has to be together. Because we can learn the words, and when we learn the words, if we don't act on the words, we're not going to be able to do what God's calling us to do. And if we don't trust and believe that what's in the Bible is given to us to walk on, to live on, to breathe on, then we're going to not catch it. We're going to not hear him when he's calling us. We need to believe what God breathed into that Bible through his people and left there for us so we could breathe it in and hang on to it so that way when the storm happens, and it will, that we can trust and believe that God's going to carry us in that storm. He's going to hold us up when we can't hold ourselves up, and he's going to give us the strength and the courage. So if we walk in faith, we believe, we trust that God's got us. He will lift us up and he won't let us be alone. If we walk in fear, we're going to be paralyzed and we're going to be stuck and we're not going to be able to even hear what he has for us. So I challenge you today. Take what you learn and act on it. Live it. Breathe it. I guarantee you that is a struggle that I have every day. I'll be honest with you. Anybody that knows me, especially my husband, when it comes to me even getting up here, I go through this tremendous panic. I am blessed and grateful and just so thankful that I get to stand here and share and be a part of this with you. But let me tell you something, get into that place where I completely surrender and let God take me and share with you, it's torment for my family. He's over there nodding his head, it's true. And then I feel like I'm going to be sick and feel like I'm going to throw up. But when I take that step and I stop and I trust that God's got me and I believe that he's going to walk me through, then I walk in faith and that fear does not paralyze me. So I want you guys to remember that as you walk out your own storms, that you lean into God, that you trust that he got you. You're his. You're his and he loves you and he will carry you no matter what the storm is. So I want to pray for you right now. And then we'll just invite God to be a part of what we've been learning today and just invite him to go out in our own storms, okay? Dear Heavenly Father, I just come to you right now, Lord, and I just thank you. I thank you so much that you breathed your words into the Bible for us today, 2,000 years later, that you give us the gifts and the guidance that we need to be able to be humble servants, to be able to know what it's like to be loved by you, and that we are adopted by you. And so, Father, as we walk into our daily lives and we learn to surrender, Father, I just pray that you be with us and that you fill us up in such a way that we know you have us, that we trust that you'll care for us, and that we love you so much. And we pray all these things in your heavenly name. Amen.
Well, guys, we're going to continue with worship together. I invite you to stand if you're able. We've got a couple songs, and let's get started.
You hear me when I call. You are my morning song. Though darkness fills the night, you cannot hide the light. Whom shall I fear? You crush the enemy underneath my feet. You are my sword and shield. Though troubles linger still, whom shall I fear? I know who goes before me. I know who stands behind. The God of angel armies is always by my side. The one who reigns forever, he is a friend of mine. The God of angel armies is always by my side. My strength is in your name, for you alone can save. You will deliver me. Yours is the victory. Whom shall I fear? Whom shall I fear? I know who goes before me. I know who stands behind. The God of angel armies is always by my side. The one who reigns forever, he is a friend of mine. The God of angel armies is always by my side. And nothing formed against me shall stand. You hold the whole world in your hands. I'm holding on to your promises. You are faithful. You are faithful.
Sing that again.
Nothing formed against me shall stand. You hold the whole world in your hands. I'm holding on to your promises. You are faithful. You are faithful. You are faithful. I know who goes before me. I know who stands behind. The God of angel armies is is always by my side. The one who reigns forever, he is a friend of mine. The God of angel armies is always by my side. I know who goes before me, I know who stands behind. The God of angel armies is always by my side. The one who reigns forever, he is a friend of mine. The God of angel armies is always by my side. The God of angel armies is always by my side.
Woo, good job, guys.
We're doing the door, right?
This is a really old one. Some of you guys will remember this. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, your perfect love is casting out fear. And even when I'm caught in the middle of the storms of this life, I won't turn back. I know you are near, and I will fear no evil, for my God is with me. And if my God is with me, whom then shall I fear? Whom then shall I fear? Oh no, you never let go through the calm and through the storm. Oh no, you never let go in every high and every low. Oh no, you never let go, Lord, you never let go of me. I can see a light that is coming for the heart that holds on. A glorious light beyond all compare. And there will be an end to these troubles, but until that day comes, we'll live to know you here on the earth. I will fear no evil, for my God is with me. And if my God is with me, whom then shall I fear? Whom then shall I fear? Oh no, you never let go through the calm and through the storm. Oh no, you never let go every high and every low. Oh no, you never let go, Lord, you never let go of me. I can see a light that is coming for the heart that holds on. And there will be an end to these troubles, but until that day comes, still I will praise you, still I will praise you. Oh no, you never let go through the calm and through the storm. Oh no, you never let go in every high and every low. Oh no, you never let go, Lord, you never let go of me. Sing that again, guys. Woo! Yeah. Oh no, you never let go through the calm and through the storm. Oh no, you never let go in every high and every low. Oh no, you never let go, Lord, you never let go of me. Lord, you never let go of me.
Right. Well, hey guys, I think all of us in this room have some fears in our lives. I know for me, I'm afraid of losing my family. I'm afraid of losing my home. I'm afraid of not having security. And we all have fears, right? But with Jesus, like Trina was telling us, we can conquer those fears because we know he's by our side. And so what we're going to do here in a couple of minutes is what I want is, as a family or individually, what I want you guys to do is we have these Post-it notes all over the front of the stage. And what I want you guys to do is, I want you guys to do this with me, is to write down a fear that you have on the Post-it note. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a step of faith. We're going to come up here, and we're going to put this Post-it note on this door, and then we're going to walk through it as a symbol that we're going to walk through this fear that we have in our lives because we know Jesus is going to carry us through, that our faith is going to carry us through. And this is an awesome example, not only to our kids, but to ourselves. It's a physical example, something that we can use to represent us walking through this thing and not letting it have control over us anymore. And so in the next few minutes, you guys are going to sing, and we're going to sing a song. It's called No Longer a Slave. Because we're no longer a slave to our fear, but rather we conquer it because Jesus conquered death. And because of that, we can conquer our fears, that we can walk through that door. And so I really encourage you, whether your kids are here or not, to set an example for our younger generation and to put something on the door with me. All right? Thank you. And you guys are going to come up through here, walk through the door, and exit that way. All right.
Unravel me with a melody. You surround me with a song of deliverance from my enemy till all my fears are gone. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. From my mother's womb, you have chosen me. Your love has called my name. I've been born again into your family. Your blood flows through my veins. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. I'm no longer You split the sea so I could walk right through it. My fears are drowned in perfect love. You rescued me so I could stand and say, I am a child of God. You split the sea so I could walk right through it. My fears are drowned
Okay, I have a few instructions. I want to thank you for coming to FX Sunday, and I hope you walk away with something, even though we live in a time that can be filled with fear and challenges, that we don't have to fear. We can walk in faith, and that is what we are going to do next. And we're going to start, if you are a door manner, we have 7 doors that small groups and individuals have decided to man out there. So if you are doing that, if you can go ahead and sneak to your area, that would be awesome. And then second, the instructions is for the parents or grandparents. The path that we're walking on is going to start where the Queen of Hearts is, at the bottom of the stairs. You're going to see numbered cards. Last year we did the odd numbers starting with 1 through 3, and you just follow the numbers. We're going to do even ones this year. So you just follow up the stairs and you will go to your first door. And at those doors, you may have a small trick to do or something just really fun with the kids. So if there is a backup, just be patient. So I would encourage maybe half of you that are going to go through, maybe go get coffee or something. And then, so you won't have to stand in line as long. So just keep that in mind. And there is a net-free option in each room, so make sure that you ask about that. And then last but not least, if you would like to help us stack chairs, if you do not have kids or are not going through and are physically able to, we are going to clear this out one more time for our dance team or dance studio that's coming in. So thank you so much for joining us. Grab a donut, cup of coffee, and enjoy knocking on those doors or walking through the doors in most cases.